Hello, good evening. Now I am super excited about this one-day special because I'll finally get to see you, John, do the foiling, show us how magical a machine this is. So tell us, what can the Kaleido do?
The Kaleido is, I would start with, is probably the best A5 die cutting machine I've used.
Right.
I use mine on every show when I've got a smaller die.
Yeah.
It's with me all the time. I use it all the time at home in the craft cave. Excuse me, I literally hammer the machine as a die cutter, and it is, I can't get past, it's so useful to have a smaller die cutting machine on your desk.
Brilliant.
So for that, it is absolutely brilliant. And the other good thing is, I've had mine over a year, and these are my original plates.
Oh, no warping, no nothing.
No warping, no nothing. These are my original plates. You can see them here on the overhead.
Yeah.
Look how much they've been used, but there's nothing. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
The second thing is, this is unique in a way because it plugs in for a manual machine.
Okay.
And what that means is it has a heated roller, and it's heated to a set temperature.
Yeah.
So we call it a foiling, die cutting and technique machine.
Right.
So what this can do is something that no other machine can do. And there is no other machine out there, and you can't, none of the foiling machines, none of the laminators work this way.
Right.
And basically, in combination with the ink, which is the Kaleido ink, which is exclusive to us, which I've developed.
Ah, okay.
And the magic medium, which again, I've developed with 2 different manufacturers.
Okay.
That's why it's been so crazy with supplies, is because I wanted to get them right, and also because effectively it's made all of it to made by about 3 different manufacturers, so no one knows what each one's doing.
Oh, I like that.
Well, you have to be careful.
Indeed.
But basically it means that anything you can do with ink, you can now foil.
Right.
So any of your ink techniques, blending, stamping, spattering, colouring, shading through stencils, anything at all you can do with ink, with this you can now foil it. And it means that effectively, instead of having to buy a foiling machine and a die cutting machine and a hot foil die, you can take this is a stamp that I've had for 10 years. Yeah.
Wow,
got to be at least 10 years. It's a red rubber stamp from America. I can't even remember what company it is.
Right.
And I can now foil that. So it means that you can foil what you've existing stash, what you've physically got. And that's just something you can't do any other way.
Brilliant stuff. Right, so what I'm going to do is whiz through what you get in the one-day special. So you've got the Kaleido itself. You're also getting a nice piece of gold foil. Then you've got the inks and the pad, and you get the pen, and there's also a little tool at the front, which I know John's going to tell us about in a little while, and then you're getting all of your plates. So that is the one-day special. Now you've got a £10 saving, and you can spread the cost 3 ways, which is marvellous. 3 payments of £39.99, 380703.
If I can just say on this one as well, we've done it as a one-day special or a monthly deal before.
Yeah, okay.
And it was just the starter kit.
Yes.
So I don't want anyone to think like the price is altered or anything.
I see.
It was just the starter kit, so you didn't get the ink and the pad in there before. And what we've done now is add that in because people said they really feel that that was part of what should be in the starter set. Okay. So we've included that in, so that's a new special, a new offering.
Excellent. Thank you very much, John. Now, if you do want to go just for the foils, perhaps you've already got the Kaleido, we've got a lovely set there. You're getting all 10 of those fabulous colours, and I've got some boards to show you in a sec. 3 metres on each. £29.90. You've got a £5 saving. 970230. However, if you want all of it, because then we add in our medium.
Yep, so you basically get the magic medium as well, and all the foils. So you've got everything you need and everything we do. The only thing you will need to add to this is your own stamps, stencils, embossing folders from your stash. Yes. So you don't need to buy any more. Card that you've got at home, you don't have to have a special card. The only special sort of thing we do for it is the acetate. Okay. Everything else is what you've existing got. So get that home and you can foil any stamp or anything you can ink straight away the second you open the box.
Lovely. Right, this has also got a freedom discount on the complete collection. So you're saving a further £17.49. Now that's on top of everything else. And it's also on 3 flexi buys as well. 3 payments of £47.46. So really affordable. 545390. Right. Now these boards, I am intrigued. So we've got the colours.
So this shows you the different colours, but it also shows you how intricate a stamp you can foil.
Yeah.
Now these were done when I first prepped this show.
Okay.
Or when I first prepped the machine. So these boards now are over 6 months old.
Wow.
So it's when I did it at first,
yeah.
but it's also, if you look at all the fine detail that's foiled,
all the dotting
literally
and
every single bit of that is foiled on it.
Yeah.
And you can't get that with a hot foil stamp. You can't get that with your normal run through a foil machine. You can't get that level of detail. And if you feel them, they're all flat.
Well, yeah, they are, aren't they?
Because they're not raised, because there's nothing pushing through. So you get beautiful flat foiling. So that shows you some of the colours there.
Beautiful.
I think we've got the red and the gold showing on that one.
Lovely.
And this is it on black.
I like it on the black.
Now, it's a black ink, remember. So all that will show is foiling.
Right.
You've got no ink underneath it making it look right. But there you see the beautiful blue, the pink, the sparkle silver, the gold, the red, the emerald, and the holographic. You see what beautiful effects you get with the foil.
Nice. Then what's on the next board?
Right, so the next one, again, we've just gone a few more, again, showing the different colours.
Yeah.
The gold, the red, the blue, the sparkle, the pink. A sort of almost, I can't think, like a pearl colour and the emerald on there. Because there is a pearl one in there, which gives you a beautiful look.
It does, doesn't it?
And then
now, this one fascinates me.
Yeah, this one does. Everybody thinks this is mulberry paper or handmade paper. No, we made this. This is literally, if you stroke it, Alex, you would expect to file those. You think that second one in, there are petals set in the paper, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you look, that's totally flat. Yeah. All I have done is literally throw the petals onto a piece of wet watercolour card, put another piece of watercolour card over the top and run it through the heat setting on the Kaleido. And it pushes the impression and the chlorophyll or the colours into the paper. So none of these have got anything stuck on them. These are completely flat. So you're making your own handmade paper look, which of course you can stamp onto.
I love this. There's just so many. I've got, shall I just do these last two? Oh, no, in fact, should we do the
these? You've got some brilliant things here, Sho. So this is foiling onto fabric.
Yeah, look at that.
So
that's
this is
gorgeous.
stamped onto a piece of literally cheap calico that I normally stamp onto and foiled.
Amazing.
Yeah, in the red, beautiful. I think underneath that you've got a napkin. So again, think wedding stationery.
Absolutely.
It's really cheap to have your own stamp made. And I spoke to somebody who wanted foiling on their wedding invitations, and it was £3 each.
What?
Invitation to have foiled added to their invitations.
Wow.
Not for the full invitation, that was the additional charge. But you could even do monogrammed foiled napkins for the wedding or for a party or anything like that.
That's gorgeous.
We've got, I think, again, this is again another napkin, but this time, this is actually a really, really thin, cheap one. So this isn't expensive. This is literally, I think, from the 99p plus a penny shop. Yeah, you just see how well it is. But there's so many other things that you can do in here. I think you've got a piece there. Backgrounds.
These ones?
What you can do here is you've got things like, so this is wax crayons.
Okay.
But feel it. It isn't waxy.
No, it isn't.
You can stamp over that with normal ink, because the thing is, with the Kaleido ink, although it's a chemical ink, you know I don't clean my stamp. I'm with Tim Holtz and Dinah Wakely and all of these. We don't clean our stamps. You can clean off the Kaleido ink if you want to and stamp with the normal ink. Okay. Or you can do what I do. Which is leave it on and just put a normal ink over the top and stamp it.
And it's fine.
It will not react, it will not hurt your stamps, it will not do anything. It is a chemical process. Okay. This is actually onto a piece of textured linen card with the finest stamp I ever designed. This is one of mine from years ago. Yeah. But you can see all the detail. If you get close, you will actually be, I think that is Daisy Daisy in French. Oh. But you will be able to read the text.
Wow,
so you can actually read that.
Wow, that is incredible, isn't it?
And that's how detailed you can go. But of course, what we can do, if you've got that white sample in front of you there.
This one?
That one.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So on here, we've got the sentiment foiled. Yeah? Beautiful. Then we've got a panel, which has been gone through with the magic medium with a stencil for the leaves. Yeah. But then the back one is an embossing folder.
That's so cool. You can see,
because you can ink over a raised embossing folder and then foil it. So emboss your piece of card, run your pad over the top, and then just foil it. It will flatten down some of the embossing, but it will give you that beautiful foiled embossing folder.
I think that's
There is
fabulous.
nothing else on the market that does that.
Wow, demo. Right, we've got a happy hour deal for you. It's different one to earlier. It's a really good one. Let's take a look. So these are the John Next Door dies. You've got those beautiful bird cages and the chains in that set. That is only £9.99 for that set. And it is 356,989. Now, we are getting extremely busy for our complete collection and the happy hour. You've found it already. You've got a £5 saving only up until 9 p.m. this evening. 356,989 is your item number. Lovely jubbly.
Right.
Impress me.
Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is, rather than do a wow, I want to show you what we do.
Okay.
How you'd start and how easy this is. Because everybody thinks this is difficult.
Right.
And I always say, if I can do it, anyone can.
Okay.
So literally, you get your blank ink pad, so that's with the one day special or the complete collection.
Yep.
And you'll get your Kaleido ink. And what we've done is, if you notice, it's 60ml bottle.
Okay.
You know when you get a re-inker to go with an ink, it's usually a 10 or a 15ml. It's tiny.
Yeah.
What I've done is we've made sure that you get value out of it. And all you do is literally put the ink onto the pad. Yeah.
Oh, that looks really satisfying, actually.
It is. I love doing a new pad. I really, really do. And literally, you can see the pad is taking it. And the reason we don't sell pre-done pads is this is a chemical ink.
Okay.
And the ink pads we're using are made specially for us.
Yeah.
And they are airtight. But even though they're airtight, the ink dries by osmosis. And don't ask me why, but somehow it doesn't evaporate, but it does.
Right.
So the best value was, rather than you have to buy a new ink pad every 2 weeks, is to give you a blank pad and the ink.
Wonderful.
So that is literally
it's like squidding.
all I do. Yeah. I've made now my own ink pad.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I bought extras of this because I make my own ink pads with alcohol inks now.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Because you can make your own. So that's it. Yeah. Do you want me to? Shall I go with this stamp?
Well,
this rubber
why
stamp?
not? Let's do it.
Yeah, I've got out. Because I think it's important to show, you know, it's not just about trying to, you know, oh, let's try and sell the ones we've got on the show, or this is about you using the stash you've got.
Yes.
It annoys me when you get new machines and new things out, and basically you have to buy everything again. Yeah. You know, oh, now I've got to get hot foil stamps, so I've got to buy these. Right. I did it, I bought it, I've got it myself. Wow. I got bored with it, and I got fed up with paying £20 and £25 for a hot foil stamp that's all I could do with it was foil. Yeah. You know, I know what I can do with this. So this is a rubber stamp, so it's in my press to impress. Yeah, and all you do, so you know this is a brand new ink pad, this is what you can do at home. So I just wipe over, my pad. Sam taught me this one. Okay. He worked out this was the best, to get it a coating and then ink it like you would do normally. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I love that Sam's so involved now.
He plays with this stuff. I mean, I rang him after the show and I said, where are you? He went, I'm in the craft cave.
And he talks just like that.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
No, I do the same impression for my other half.
Yeah. But all I do is stamp it, you know, ink a stamp as normal. Yeah? Yep. You can see there, nice impression. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's a bit light in a couple of places. So, you know, nothing that you can't do with a normal stamp. This is literally, so far, what you're doing is what you do with your VersaFine. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, all good. Nothing different, okay? Now, normally, and if you are using a very smooth or finished card, yeah, you would put this to one side, and I would say at first, put them to one side for half an hour or an hour. Yeah. Or, what I tend to do is stamp a load and foil them the next day. Okay. But that's if you're using a smooth card. I'm using, this is the Dolly Dimples media card. Oh, lovely. And ideally what you want to do is, can you see that ink is a little bit wet? Yeah. So ideally you want to leave it to dry. Right. And go off and sort of settle. But on this I found that I can get away with it. So all right. I'm going to grab some foil, I'm going to grab some red. Lovely stuff. And I will, you said what that little stripe's for, so I'm just going to cut a piece. And don't worry, because we're not going to waste this. This is the ideal thing of this whole system, is if you were doing this with a normal hot foil stamp, you would cut a piece that was just about big enough to go over it, and then when you foiled it, you would bin it. Yeah, which is a shame. No, we use every scrap of this. Excellent. So what you do is take, I've lost my plates. They're there. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now, what the instructions tell you to do, and there are 17 videos on the John Next Door YouTube channel.
Wonderful.
It tells you to put that down onto the base, and you get like a little metal strip.
Okay.
And you put that on, and the base is magnetic.
Right.
So unlike most die cutting machines, we've even made the base magnetic to help your dies. Yeah. So we've made it quality everywhere we can. And one of the great things is this isn't the Kaleido itself isn't our own shape. You will have seen, or you may see, a die cutting machine of a similar shape. It's not the same inside.
Right.
But the cost of having a new mould made to make it look different would have added a fortune onto the machine, and I just said it's not worth it.
No.
Why waste that money? Why make customers pay for it?
Absolutely.
We tried to get it to the bare bones we could. So that's what you would do. What I do and I found easier is I turn it over and I want my base plate, my 5mm and my 3mm plate.
Right.
Won't let you go through any of the sandwich. We give you 2 3mm plates so that you can keep one clean for foiling if you want to, and one for die cutting. And all you do is, if you see there, I folded it over. So the foil is held in place.
Okay.
If it's loose, it can get stuck on the roller. And if you wrap your foil around your roller, there are videos showing you how to get over it.
Oh, so you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you do it, it's your own fault. I'm sorry, you know, I am sorry, you know. I can't take responsibility if you get something stuck on your roller, but we've done everything we can to show you how not to.
Yes, lovely.
So there we go, pull that out, and there you go.
Oh, beautiful, look at that. And yeah, it's so perfect, so quick. That's fabulous.
Look at the, I mean, the thing is, sometimes the foil, there we go, you can see there, every little bit is foiled, but of course, I've got this piece left, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, and there's loads of foil left on it, but that would normally have to be binned.
Right.
You know how cheap I am.
Yeah. Well, I just agreed to that, sorry.
No, but I am. I don't make any, you know, there's no point in being embarrassed, you know. What I want to do is, this is a piece of card that I've just covered in the magic medium. And I will show you. Yeah. I'll tell you what, let me show you. Just so that I don't get it, so you don't, I'm doing it wrong. So you get the magic medium, which is the white liquid. Okay. This is too thick for stamping. Each job has a different purpose. Yeah. And all you do is, this is a car scraper.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
But use a spatula or anything like that and literally cover your card in a thin layer of it. If you do what I do a lot of the time, don't waste any of it.
No, get a twofer.
Yeah, get a twofer. Okay, and you leave that to dry. That's a bit tacky. Okay. For about 2-3 minutes, if that. Yep. So that'll be okay to use in like 2 minutes, if that. So this is a piece that dried from earlier. Yeah. Make sure that none of the card that's got the magic medium on it, is going to touch the rollers. Right. And the reason is, and I mean this really seriously, this is a heat-activated foil glue. Okay. If this touches your rollers, it will stick to them. If it sticks to them, it will wrap it around your rollers. And then, yeah. Okay. When you message me or Sam or the group and say that you don't know how it's happened, but you've got card wrapped around your rollers, we'll tell you how the videos are and how to take it off. Yeah. But the best advice is don't do it. Right. Yeah, really, honestly, don't do it. Well, this is what's so lovely having you here, John, because you're always so very honest about, you know, what do, what you don't, etc. Oh, apparently we've had a great email come in from Jackie. She says, yay, she just wants to say that this machine is fantastic. She absolutely adores it. Now, she had another one, I think a different one, but she stopped using it. So thank you for that lovely testimony. Thank you. Yeah. So I've just run that through, yeah? There you go. And there's the waste. Well, it's not waste, but you know what I mean. That's the waste, but again, I do this every time, but I just love it. That, now, look, not sticky. Cool. Yeah? Completely sealed. However, it's heat activated. That's why glue wouldn't work. Right. That's why glue wouldn't do this. It's a special formulation. So take another colour of foil. Oh, this is going to look really pretty. Yeah. Again, tuck it under. Just make sure it's secured somewhere. You just don't want to get it wrapped around your rollers. Absolutely. Because you have to turn it off and start getting a knife and a scrubber in and, you know, all those sort of things to try and take it off. Yeah. What will happen is, this only happens when you're through the Kaleido, because neither of these two products will work in laminators or any other heated appliances. Only works through this, I'm sorry to say. It will reactivate only the areas that weren't covered before.
Oh, that's so pretty. And you can batch make so quickly as well with this.
There. This is the piece we just made. Excuse me. So this is the bit we just made. Just to show you how long you don't have to leave this one.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this is the bit, the waste from that one, going onto the piece we just made.
So you can just keep going and going and going.
Keep going.
You've got maximum usage of your foils.
So that's what you're left with.
That's it. Amazing.
Yep. And that is what we get.
Love it. Thank you, John. This is so it does so many things with your hot foiling, obviously your die cutting, etc. I know you're going to teach me loads over the 24 hours.
Yeah, we're going to go through loads of different bits.
Good stuff. Right then, so now we are very, very busy. If you can, the fastest way to order is online at the craft store because we've got queues on the phone lines. So you've got your Kaleido machine itself. I'm so impressed with that. Are we on the complete collection? We are, aren't we? You've got your gold foil here. You've got your ink for the pad. Then you've got your pen. Oh yes, I want to see what that does too. You've got your pen. You've got the little tool here. You've got your magic medium, and you have got all 10 of these foils. Now, everything is available individually should you want any extras, but in the complete collection, you are spreading that cost 3 ways, and it's also got a freedom discount. So we've tried to take off as much as we can for you. There we are, 3 payments of £47.46. But do check out your baskets, because I know it's so easy that you kind of want to watch the demos, but if you check out now and secure it, then you can just sit back, relax and watch. 545390 is the item number. Now, we've got some acetate here. Half the stock has gone, and we have got, how many sheets? 20 sheets in total. So this is not any ordinary acetate.
Well, it is and it isn't, right, to be honest. I tried 10 different types at least of acetate to get one that would work in the Kaleido, because it has to take the foil, it has to take the ink, and it has to take the heat. I even tried, you know, the laser printer acetate, which takes heat through the laser printer. I tried the heat, you know, the acetate you buy for heat embossing. Didn't work. None of them worked. Right. We found this one. We have it made for us in the Netherlands. And this will first of all foil beautifully and absolutely perfectly, as you've got a sample there. And that's just stamped with a Nellie Snellen stamp, and that is straight onto the acetate and foiled in the silver. But if you look, it's as tight as a drum. It is, isn't it? There's no warping. There's nothing in that at all. So that's going through it with that. But of course, this acetate, of course, because it takes the Kaleido, you can heat emboss on it. Cool. You can use it for every single acetate technique. So this is the only one I use. Right. Because why bother having different acetates for different jobs when this does every one? Love so that's why I say it is and it isn't special. Right. It is, but it's your everyday one now. Okay, we've got one more here. Let's have a little look. So again, how it's beautifully foiled. It's absolutely stunning. Right then, £9.99 if you want to add that into your basket. And remember, it'll end up on FlexiBuy as well if you're getting the complete collection or the one-day special. 659886 is your item number. And then, sneak preview? Yes, these don't arrive until tomorrow or Wednesday. So these are the first sneak peek of my Christmas collection. The idea was my Christmas collection should have launched at the beginning of July. Okay. It was delayed, as the Kaleido's been delayed, as all the foils have been delayed. But these were planned to sort of drop onto this show, so we said we'll drop these first. So this is the first view and the first 2 products in the John Next Door Christmas collection 2021. Yes. And they work perfectly with the Kaleido. So you've got the stamp and die. So effectively, you've got an A6 clear stamp, background stamp, which gives you the beautiful Let It Snow and all the snowflakes. I've tied it together with the die at the top, so you cut 8 of those snowflakes out individually. So you can see there on the left, you've actually got all 8 snowflakes cut out.
Amazing.
With the stamp detail. So imagine foiling those, they just look beautiful.
I bet. Hang on, let's see if we got some foiled. Let's
there you go.
have a look at this one. Let me wing this in. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow, look at this.
Again, there's no other way. Those foiled snowflakes, you'd have to buy them.
Yeah.
And you'd probably pay a couple of quid for a pack of 8 of those as it stands.
Absolutely. Look at that. What have you, is this foiling on here as well?
No, I think that's just stamping, just to show what else you can do.
Nice though.
You can stamp with it and then just cut the die out of normal card.
Yeah.
You get a beautiful die-cut snowflake as it stands, as it is.
It's
one of Maxine's. I love the way she's actually dropped it down. They look like little chains.
They do, don't they?
You could use the chains that we've got on the happy hour. They're actually a little bit of a sneak peek of something coming in on the 8th of August.
Fabulous. Right then. So if you'd like to go for this set, $19.99. Item number is 181722. Going to be dispatched from the 29th because it's very new. And then we've got the deers again. This is another sneak peek.
Yeah, so this is there has to be a deer or a stag in my Christmas collection every year. So this is Deerland, which is this year's. So you've got a beautiful collage stamp with the deer head and the walking deer. Yeah. And again, all the background. So it stamps, beautiful A6 stamp. Put the dies on and it will cut out the stag and the stag's head. Like and what I've actually done on the stamp, you can't see it on the image. If you see the image, you can't see there's a little white outline all the way around the stag. Yeah. And you can't see it in the stamp at all until you put the die on. And that's how you know the die's in the right place. Right. But it doesn't show in the background at all, but it's done to make it easier for you.
That's good. And then here again, let's wing some of these in. There we go. They look, yeah, they do. Katie's just said in our ears, they just look absolutely amazing. He's very grand, isn't he?
He is. He really, really is. I think he's a beautiful image. He really, really is. I think he was originally a photograph or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But again, there, and this one, on the background, can you see the sort of flat foiled snowflakes? Yeah. That's actually with the Kaleido. Okay. That's stenciling through the die cut with the Kaleido. And the little dots of silver? Yep. That's splashing on with the Kaleido ink.
Nice. Oh, I like it. I like that. I like that a lot. Right then, so if you'd like to go for these, again, $19.99. Item number is 531760. We're moving on to the stencils. So these stencils, yeah, these work great with the Kaleido, don't they?
These are amazing with the Kaleido, yeah. What I'll actually do is I will show you a little bit of stenciling next.
That would be cool. But look, look, look. Can you see that? Look at that. That's just beautiful. Again, it's foiled sensationally. Not a piece is missing. And, ooh, what have you done here with this one?
So this is, again, stenciled on the Kaleido. Yeah. So I'm going to show you how we've done that. But look, you get that beauty, because we used the magic medium, you get the beautiful texture.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
at. As well as the gold foiling. So it's so much easier. Can you imagine trying to use heat embossing through an embossing folder with that? You wouldn't have a chance. No. You really wouldn't.
No. Right, so you've got all three of those stencils for $9.99. Item number is 011053. And then, of course, remember, we've got a happy hour deal. So this is only available until, at this price, until 9 p.m. this evening. So you've just got half an hour left. Shall I swizzle these around? There we go. Whoops. So we've got the chains. Are these put together? That will be why they were stuck together.
Are my original launch. These are from my first collection, so they are still in the, sort of, as we call it, the clamshell packaging.
Fabulous. Right then, $9.99, £5 saving. Item number is 356989. Good stuff. Back to you. What else can it do?
Right. Okay. So going to show you two different ways to go through a stencil. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start with the magic medium. Now, because I'm using the magic medium, I should be using my stencil board, but I'm not, because I forgot. So what I've got is here. So I've just taped the stencil down as you would do normally. Yeah. Again, I'm going to use my spreader, and this couldn't be easier. Okay. Literally, magic medium on in a line. It's almost like screen printing. Yeah, yeah. Use a spatula if you want, whatever you want, and you're literally just going through. Okay. Really, really simple. Okay, and if you do want it on its own, we've got it on screen, and you can get 2 bottles for £9.98. 237831 is the item number. I think it's so handy to have. I actually ordered myself an extra 3. I actually ordered myself an extra 4, to be honest. But then I've got an excuse. I do a lot of demoing with it.
100%.
And now everything's back in stock. It's so much easier. So again, anything extra left on your spatula, don't waste it. Do yourself a piece of card for your waste.
Yes.
You can always keep building up layers on it if you've not been able to coat it properly.
Okay.
So literally, take your tape off as you would do normally. And then what I would say is this, you do need this to go off. You don't want it wet because it'll squish.
Yeah.
But can you see how fine all that detail it's picked up? Nice. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's beautiful. And when it's finished, when it's dry, you can see there it's clear.
Yes. Almost
Just
like a watermark.
Just make it really hard for poor Hannah. It's almost like a watermark, and it's not tacky.
It's fascinating. Yeah.
So, but what I'm going to do as well is, I'll show you this one. So, this is a great way. I should have brought all my scraps actually, but.
Oh, is that like a nice rose gold?
So this is a rose gold.
Nice.
There's a rose gold. There's a pink. So let's get a bit of rose gold. Let's get a little bit of. Is that the same? That's the same. Where are we? Is that my... Oh, there it is. There's my pink. You see? Now, everyone thinks, you know, if you're demoing, you know, and you're lucky enough to get everything and things. When we ran out of foil, because we were let down, we had big issues. Yeah. Now we've got lots in stock, don't worry, and more on order, so you will be able to get it. Yeah. I ran out, so I've had to get new of every colour virtually. Okay. But what you can do is, you don't have to do just one colour.
I like this is going to be multiple.
Yeah, so what you can actually do is I'm going to take my plates, put my piece down, and I'm just going to almost like, let's get some bits. Throw them on. So this is what you do with your scraps. Yeah, that's with great. The odd pieces that you've got left.
Get a nice rainbow effect.
And it's a great way to do it if you're worried. I mean, I probably should use colours that not quite the same matching. And then all we do, let's try and cover everything, shall we, John? Come on, be sensible, do it properly, take your time, yeah? Little bit of greaseproof paper.
Okay.
I love the fact you can do so many different things.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of greaseproof paper.
Again, make sure you folded it under.
Fold it under and make myself a little sandwich, yeah?
Okay.
So it's covered. So how messy does that look? You know, it does. You know what I mean? It's not about, I've got the best skills in the world. Get the products and let the products do it for you. Right. And all we do then is just run that through as normal. Yeah, okay. Take that off.
Look at this. This is beautiful. So no waste whatsoever.
There you go.
Yay! And look at that detail. It's amazing how much it picks up. It's just fantastic.
And this doesn't have to be a John Next Door stencil. This can be any stencil. I've got one here I've done with... so here's one I did with the leaf stencil. Right. I love this one. One of my favourites. We'll just do one little panel. We'll do that middle panel, shall we? Okay. So I've already done it exactly the same way.
Gone through with the magic medium.
Gone through with the magic medium. What colour do you want this time? Oh, shall I use the pearl?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, that's really pretty.
So again, cut some off, but don't worry, because I'm going to use a piece I've got left over from when I did the original. Cool. So don't think, oh, don't cut so much, John, you're going to waste it. You're not wasting anything on this. Yeah,
so you're really going to get yourself value for money.
Yeah, the time I actually spent was more, to be honest, in developing the magic medium, so you got something, so you could use the waste than it was in the ink. Yeah. But then you see there.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
The mother of pearl.
Yeah.
Just get your unicorn sort of thing and that you sparkle.
Absolutely.
But again, this is not sparkling as much as it is in real life. It really, but again, you can do that on black or anything. Yeah. But again, we've got a piece of leftover. I'm just going to, again, trim down so that none of the... So this is onto the magic medium paper. So this is the bit left from making that card.
Wonderful.
That you've got down there.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So you could match the two together. So again, I'm going to tuck the spare under, although I don't have to be as careful with the magic medium because it kind of sticks itself on.
I see.
Just make sure none of that's showing. Run it through.
Yep. Amazing.
So you couldn't do this.
Excellent.
That's what's left.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
Oh, stunning every time. It's perfect. Oh, thank you, John. Okay, we've had a question from, was it Jeanette? Hello, good evening, Jeanette. Are you thinking about bringing any more foil colours?
We're constantly working with, we did have a problem with foil and stock of foil, as people are aware.
Yes.
And we were out for a while, and we did have issues with our manufacturer. We have a manufacturer now doing it, and they are hoping to get us more colours and sending it through. They sent through 3 last week.
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were different enough, so we said no.
Okay.
But they are keeping constantly sending us through. So as soon as we, yes, there are lots of things out there, but if we don't think they're worth the money, we're not going to do them.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's like another pink and things. So we're looking for a black, and we're looking for a few of the other colours.
Cool.
But yeah, we will be extending the range. That's why I said the foils and inks and everything are on reorder again already.
Okay,
because we don't want to run out. We don't want people to pay the money for a machine and then find that 6 months down the line they can't get anything to go with it.
Right.
So the commitment's there, and yes, we are trying to get more colours for you.
Bless you. Lovely stuff. What else can you show us?
Right, okay, so one of the things is I was doing a stencil.
Okay.
Yeah? Well, I'll show you a quick one, very quick, because you asked earlier, didn't you? See, I'm getting in a mess. Pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Forgot that, yeah.
So the pen is in your starter kit, although now in the starter kit, the new starter kit, you get the ink and the pad as well. But this, of course, you can write with, or draw with, or doodle, whatever you like.
And then you can foil that?
Yep, so I could do, you know, let's do Alex.
So have you covered the paper with anything?
Nope.
Nope, it's just this pen.
This is just the pen.
Okay.
I'm going to run out of space, but...
Don't worry. I'm happy with Ale. Ale.
You can have ale. No, we'll do... I'll get an X in.
Cool.
Yeah, so let's just...
And then, yeah, a bit of Zen doodling and then foil it.
Whatever you want.
Yep.
Let's do some dots around and, you know, hashed lines. You know, whatever you want. And if you look, the tip is so fine, you can even do, you know, this fine.
Beautiful. Do you know how that's always how I underline my name?
Is it?
Yeah.
I always do that with mine as well, to be honest. But yeah, you can get little hearts. And see, oh, that's not, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. That's terrible, John. That's fine, because I can colour it in and make it look darker. So again, you can even put the little, you know, reflection lines in, you know, tie them into balloons. I could sort of go on for hours, but literally just write with your pen. So imagine signing your Christmas cards.
Yeah, and it's foiled.
And foiling it. And again, you pay an absolute, genuine arm and a leg for things like that.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
really, really do.
Yeah.
Again, I would suggest at home, leave that to settle for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would with most things, is leave them to settle. I'm terrible for not doing it, and all the pieces that I'm doing and I'm doing immediately are not on super smooth card. These are all on Dolly Dimple's mixed media card.
Okie dokie.
And I only say that because a lot of this, you know, like the super smooth card that you buy and get here is pre-print card.
Right.
And it's basically been run through hot rollers already to make it smooth, ready to be printed for packaging.
Okay.
So a lot of it is like the end of rolls and things. And what you find sometimes is some of them have been prepped already for foiling in a way.
Right.
So when you try and do it, it either resists it and you just give the ink, or you get little spots everywhere.
Okay.
So you've got to be a little bit cautious of that. So let's have a look. But the mixed media card takes it straight away. So there is Alex.
Yay. Look, and then even those little tiny dots it's picked up. It really is good. It
so
really
you
is
can
clever.
write, you know, whatever you want. If you want to go through something for a minute, and then I'll just clear down a little bit and find the next bit I want to do.
Oh, was this Amy? Oh, Elaine, sorry, my hearing, is asking what the beautiful flower stencil was. There you go, it's in this bit, is that right?
That's it, yeah, that's the one. It's called Floribunda.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's one of my absolute favourites, it really, really is.
Nice. £9.99 then for all three of those stencils. 011053 is your item number. Well, I don't know about you, but I am super impressed by what this machine can do. It's just phenomenal, the foiling and the detail, and of course you can use it as a die cutting machine as well. Now what you're getting is the Kaleido itself, of course. You've also got all of the plates. You've got the gold foil, the ink, the pad. You've got the pen that we've just seen John using. We have got the tool. It's, oh, nearly knocked it over.
They call it a stripe.
A stripe.
For some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, the manufacturers call it, and it's in the instructions as a stripe. Right.
Okay, it's interesting. And then you've got your magic medium, which again I'm so impressed with, and you've also got all 10 of those foils. So the amount of techniques are just phenomenal. Let me show these again, because we've got some more here. So you can see that level of detail on the tag. That's just wonderful. But then this one on that linen card, and it's so fine, but you get every detail. The wax crayons, I think that's amazing.
I need to show you that as well. Yeah. I don't know before the hour's out as well, sorry.
Look at this. Onto the napkins. I love the idea of making your own wedding stationery, which does cost a fortune when you buy it in. Onto fabrics. Hang on, let me just get this. So your possibilities are absolutely endless. I've got to show this embossed one again. How cool is this? That's just incredible, and you get that depth and detail. There's some more here. Shall I show you some more samples?
Yeah.
There you go. Again, taking, like, as John said, not just John stamps, but any stamps in your stash.
Any stamps at all in your stash. I mean, this card was actually one I made for the packaging.
Oh, okay.
When you get your box, you'll see this card on there.
Right.
So that card, it means that this was one of the first ones I ever did. Mm-hmm. So this is probably over a year old.
Right, okay.
But you look, it's been thrown about everywhere. Look how it's survived.
It has.
And how that is probably the second or third stamped foiled image I made.
Right.
And I'm not massively skilled, you know, so you'll achieve that at home, because I did.
Yeah, cool. I love that. And then we've got this one here. It's just so beautiful. Always looks so expensive when it's foiled. I mean, look at the detail in this one. Wow. The branches are so fine.
But could you imagine a hot foil stamp to do that with other systems out there? That would cost you, I reckon, a good £12 or £13.
Yep.
And all it will ever do is foil.
Right.
Whereas that's Peter's Tree stamp that was like £4.99.
Yeah, yeah.
That you can use for absolutely everything else, for all your normal inks and everything. It just extends your stash massively. Lovely
stuff. Right, now on the complete collection, very, very busy for this kit. Do make sure you're checking out your baskets. It is on Flexi Buy, and it's got a freedom discount. So you're saving a further £17.49. You can spread the cost, 3 payments of £47.46. So again, we're trying to make it as affordable as possible. Plus, of course, your postage is covered if you're a Freedom member. 545390. Now here's the website. If you do want any of the individuals, so you can go for the pads, those pads, you can get a set of 2 of the magic mediums. We've got the acetates on there, but just do make sure you are checking out your baskets, and then you can relax and learn all of these techniques. And as you said as well, John, there's loads of videos.
There are. I think there's something like 17 videos.
Okay.
And they aren't, you know, the posh ones. Hello, my name's John, and today and it's basically, you know, a video either of my desk or above my hands telling you what to do in 5 or 10 minutes. Because I can't stand watching, you know, trying to fast forward through the guff at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
We also put onto our YouTube channel all the craft store shows that we've done with the Kaleido. So if there's something you've seen in the show and you want to know how to do it, all of the shows are on there as well.
That's great.
So we give you lots of information, and as we always say, there's a group there, but Sam and I literally, I mean, we were answering somebody at 6:30 on Saturday evening, and then I was answering someone at 6:30 Sunday morning.
Right.
We do them with there, and the
Yeah.
profiles are ours, and they come through to us as just private messages.
Cool.
So we said about stenciling. I want to show you this one. I love this.
It's beautiful.
This is one of the simplest cards I've made.
But it looks so classy.
I would look at that, and if someone sent me that, I would say, where have you bought that from, or how have you made it?
It looks so professional.
And it is so, so simple, and it shows how the foil only works with the Kaleido ink.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any of your inky backgrounds or anything else. So
cool.
I've got here just a piece of this is a piece of, I think this is Jelly Bean's 350 GSM card.
Okie dokie.
Only because that's what I seem to be using at the moment.
Yeah.
So again, pigment ink, yeah, you know, literally. Let's take that off and be a bit quicker. So I'm not being posh, I'm not being arty. I know that that finished card looks really sort of thingy, but literally this is what I did. So I just go on with a little bit of red. I'm going to go in with a little bit of blue, and I should switch brushes, but I can get away with it. You do, to be honest. I love that. So I'm just using the Craft Artist inks.
Okay.
And these are pigment inks, and again, this is normally a sticky ink. So what would happen with this is I could not stamp over the top of this with I couldn't stamp over the top of this with embossing ink and emboss it, because this is almost embossing ink on its own.
Right, okay.
A bit like, you know, like Distress Oxide.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could do this with your Distress Oxide, yeah? But if you try and heat emboss a stamped image over the top of your Distress Oxide, your embossing powder will stick to your oxide. Because it's a pigment ink.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? That's the difference that you get with the foiling. So, you know, I could spend hours making this look all pretty, and I know that the cameras really bleach it out, but there's quite a lot of colour on that.
Oh, there you are.
Yep, you're getting that misty look. All I do now is, can I borrow your Floribunda stencil, please? Because mine's covered in magic medium.
Floribunda?
It's the floral one in the middle.
This one? Yeah, this one?
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry. Thank you. I'll have to ask... sorry, Peter, I'm going to owe you another stencil. So again, now this I do on my plate, but I'll just tape it quickly for time. Right, okay, so blending brushes.
Yes.
You need to have one blending brush for your Kaleido ink. This has gone nearly solid. These are beautiful and soft.
Yeah.
This is nearly solid because it is an ink that dries and it's a chemical. So I'm going to go with my ink pad. Is that a wet one? Yeah. No, not getting much from it. So re-ink your pad.
Excellent, because you've got that big
Because you've got that, and you've got literally 60 mil. I mean, I'm still only just at the bottom of my first one that I got sent.
That lasts so much.
It genuinely does. And please check out the video, because there is a seal in here. So when you first get it and you go to tip it out, nothing will come out. Okay. Because there's a seal inside you need to take off. You know, like on your toothpaste and everything else. So literally just... So randomly, I'm going through across that inked background, yeah? Cool. And the heavier it is, so I'm going heavier. Yeah, giving it a good scrub. In the centre, and I'm giving it a good scrub because the brush has gone hard, and I'm sort of fading it out on the edges. Okay. That will fade the foil out on the edges. Just take that off now. Okay. Okay, so you can see a little bit of the colour through. Do you have to make sure you really wash your stencils? Yes. Okay. They will stay a little bit black. Okay. And it doesn't come off. Right, right. But it doesn't affect anything else. No. I mean, I've even tried the dishwasher trick. Well, Sam has. When you've got stencils all gunked up, you put them into a sink and put half a dishwasher tablet in, and it eats all the gunk off them. And they're so easy to clean off. I nicked that off. Oh, I nicked that one off Ali Reeve. But can you see here? It's not quite dry. So realistically, I would leave it at home again, half an hour to an hour, or ideally overnight. But we'll give it a go anyway. I've got a little bit of a tear in my foil there, so. I did ask if it was possible to get bigger rolls that I could get to use, and I was told they'd just be too expensive and it wouldn't be worth it. Right. So, and it was just selfishly for me. So just going to fold it over a little bit. So this ideally wants leaving, but bring my machine in again. Let's fold it over. How long does it take to heat up? It takes 7 to 9 minutes to heat up.
Right.
The machine, when you switch it on first, will beep once.
Yeah.
When it's ready and up to temperature, it will beep 3 times.
Okay.
If you accidentally leave it on, because of course I have,
right,
on many occasions, the first one being the launch show, when I come in, after about half an hour to an hour, it will start to cool down.
Right.
Even though it's switched on still, and it will switch itself off. So if I leave this on tonight like this, with the red light showing, I will come in the morning and that will be completely cold because it will have switched itself off for safety. It has a
slightly straighteners.
Yeah, it has a thermostat in there.
Yeah.
But you can see here, look, there now.
Look at that. That's beautiful and perfect.
And you will get a far better look if you leave it to dry and settle a little bit. But literally, that is all I've done, and then trim it down into that card shape.
Nice.
But you can see there exactly how that was done.
Cool.
So easy.
Isn't it lovely?
Cool. Right, wax crayon, or do you want to go for a minute while I just get my wax crayon ready?
I was thinking, shall I show the boards again?
Yeah.
Because this would be really cool. There's so much that you can do. I just love that these were real petals.
If you actually grab one of the big boards.
Oh, the big boards, yeah.
Not the one at the front with the trees, but the one behind. That shows you all the different techniques.
How did I miss this?
In squares that Sam and I found initially with it.
Wow, look at that.
So this takes you through. So you've got here double foiling.
Is that there? Yeah.
Foiling, yeah. So that's just foiling, okay, with the fine text stamp. Again, foiling on a textured card. Yeah. Yeah. Magic medium with the through stencil. Yeah.
Cool.
Drawing through a stencil with the pen.
Yeah.
And then adding different colour of foil each time.
Right.
That is onto rice paper.
Oh yeah.
So foiling onto your rice paper.
Nice.
Onto your vellum. Foiled onto your vellum. Foiled onto your patterned papers.
Perfect.
Yeah. Wax pencil crayons rubbed over the paper and then put through the machine. But feel it.
Yeah.
It's like a printed paper.
It is.
You could stamp over that.
Make your own designer papers.
Yeah. Foiled stamped image, watercoloured over the top. See, the foiling is still there.
Yeah.
It resists anything you put on it.
Oh, that's clever.
Again, a couple more different stamps, really textured stamps, waste and the actual stamped image.
Yep.
Using repulsed stamping, this is clever.
This one.
Sam did this.
Yeah.
Stamped it with the Kaleido ink, black on black.
Okay.
Yeah, and foiled it with green. Then stamped over the top and foiled in pink.
Yeah.
Then stamped over the top and foiled in silver.
Lovely.
It will go over, the ink will even foil over its own foil.
Yes, that makes sense.
Again, you can't do another way. Wow. Again, using scraps. So basically a stamped background using scraps of ink with the technique with the greaseproof paper.
Cool.
That was a rubber foam stamp. Again, stamped 2 or 3 times in different colours and using different scraps to cover it up. Again, starting to press the flowers. That was lavender.
Oh.
So that was actually heads of lavender. But again, it looks like they're in there. They're not. It's smooth. This was Sam using embossing powder.
Okay.
And you have to be really quick with it. So it's not one I sort of do.
Right.
And the last one here, I'm going to show you now, which is the wax crayons.
Sure, okay. Okay, let's
if that's okay.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, so, now, where's that gone? Here's me saying I'm all prepared. Right, cheap grater. Broken grater from my kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, and literally just...
And these are just normal...
Cheapest.
Yeah.
These were ridiculously cheap from that large place, you know, the large river.
Oh, yes.
It goes through Brazil and places. Yeah, so literally ordered off there, literally, you know, not a branded one, but the cheapest one's going.
Okay.
Let's go for a brighter colour, shall we?
Love you using a cheese grater.
Well, why not?
I know, it's great. All these fun techniques.
Would help if I grated it the right way, wouldn't it? Which is what I wasn't doing.
Oh, was that? I hadn't got.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't working, because I was going the wrong way, because I'm an idiot.
There you go.
It's one of those silly microplane graters. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, wax crayon.
Right.
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to fold this in half. So you could use any card or paper at all for this. Again, I'm using the multimedia paper because I find it gives me a nice finish.
Yeah.
So, Kaleido in.
Yeah.
Literally just run it through. I'm going a little bit slower to let the heat get to it. The great thing is this actually also cleans my rollers because that's all from my rollers.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so what I've done now is I've fixed that kind of into place.
Right.
Yeah. So now, piece of greaseproof paper. You don't have to fold it over. Basically, I think I'd got that one wrong.
Oh, right.
As I remembered I did it wrong.
No, don't worry.
I would say. I know. I don't know why, it always makes me nervous, this show. I think it's because I've spent so long on this machine.
Absolutely. It's your baby.
It is. There we go.
And the reveal. Hey, isn't that clever? Look at that. What a cool, and then again, what a cool background.
But the crazy thing is, this is wax crayon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, effectively, when I get my... I could foil or stamp over this, but you can't with wax, can you?
No, not at all.
But I'll just grab a standard ink, Versafine, because what happens is the colour is transferred into the paper rather than just heating wax on it. You know, like we used to do at school, where you'd go over it and scribble it and then you'd make like your own scratch paper.
Yes.
Yeah. So this, I can stamp over the top with normal Versafine ink.
Amazing.
And it isn't resisting in the slightest.
No. Look at that.
But again, you just trim that down. But just the amazing backgrounds that you can get from it.
Absolutely.
Or just, you know, take a piece of paper and just, you know...
Give it a good scribble.
You know, if you want to make almost like an ombre effect or a really different effect, just add, you know, whatever you're wanting to do.
Oh, we're running out of time.
Yeah, and run that through.
Okie dokie.
I'll give that 30 seconds if it takes that. Shouldn't do.
I'm just blown away by the amount of techniques.
So I've done it with the paper first to take the thing off, but that's actually now completely sealed and done.
Cool. Wow, super brilliant this. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
I think I might be with you tomorrow for 4 o'clock, so I look forward to loads of more techniques. That's all good. So keep the questions coming in. We'll answer them tomorrow morning, and we'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
I'll see you at 8 in the morning.
Excellent. Do make sure you're checking out your baskets. This is a phenomenal machine. You're going to love it.